are now just 5 days away from Election Day. If you're inundated with TV ads and flyers, you know big money is being spent to influence your vote. Our media partners at the San Francisco Standard have put together a voter guide breaking down all the top issues affecting your neighborhood. They also have details on some of the most hotly contested and most expensive races in San Francisco. Joining us live to talk about those is the Standard's data editor, Anna Tong. Thanks for coming on the show, Anna.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so you're following the money trail in San Francisco. You have races for propositions, supervisors, DAs, school board seats. Which races are the most expensive battles?
Yeah, so probably the most money in terms of a race involving people, involving elected officials, is District 4, which is the Sunset race, which is featuring Gordon Marr, who's the elected incumbent, versus Joel Engardio, who's his challenger. And there's a lot of money being spent in that race right now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of tag ads, if you will. What are they saying about each other? And what is this, the central issue in that race?
Yeah, totally. So it's a really interesting race. So District 4 is the Sunset. It's primarily Chinese people, and it's a primarily Asian district. And Gordon Marr is the elected incumbent, and he's also Asian. And that district has been led by Asians and for at least 20 years. However, there's a really interesting challenger right now, which is Joel Engardio. And Joel Engardio has run for supervisor 3 times in District 7, but he was recently redistricted into District 4. And so in addition to that, he was one of the leaders of both the school board and also the district attorney recalls. And so he's and the reason why it's so interesting is because he's banking on the fact that he can convince voters that their current elected official, Gordon Marr, doesn't represent the interest of those voters, because the Sunset District residents were some of the strongest supporters of both recalls. And so now super PACs, which are political committees that can spend an unlimited amount of money that are backing Marr, are going hard and attacking Joel Engardio. And they're saying that he has connections to Trump. They're saying he's against rent control. They're really going below the belt, and they're attacking him hard.
All right. Rent control. I want to talk about housing related propositions D and E, right? The competing measures over expediting housing development and different degrees of affordability. Who's putting money into this fight?
Yeah, so there's 2 housing ballot measures, as you said. There's Proposition D, which is mainly funded by wealthy tech folks. So it's Yelp CEO Jeremy Stoppelman. There's Ripple Labs, which is a big cryptocurrency company in town, and kind of a slew of other wealthy individuals who back the mayor. They're all putting money into Proposition D, which is a measure that's also supported by the YIMBYs, or the Yes in My Backyard groups.
Okay, another one that's getting a lot of money poured into it is the fight over cars on JFK Drive in Golden Gate Park. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this one is also kind of a battle of rich folks. So there's Proposition J, which is a measure to keep JFK car free. And so a lot of the same wealthy tech folks that are backing Measure D, which was the YIMBY sponsored measure, are also backing this current measure. So Jeremy Stoppelman, the Yelp CEO, is backing this measure to keep JFK car free. However, there is also another wealthy individual, Dee Wilsey. So she's a socialite in San Francisco. She is backing the opposing measure, which is Measure I, or Proposition I, and she is trying to reopen JFK Drive to cars.
Can I just ask you, how does the spending this midterm election compare to years past? It seems like it's been upped big time.
You know what? From a super PAC front, it's actually been a lot lower than previous years. So it is kind of interesting because, you would expect that there'd be a lot of super PAC spend, but a lot of political insiders who are observing are saying that it's actually not too much spend compared to past years. Really the only place where you're seeing attack ads is District 4, and then also a little bit in District 6, and a little bit in the district attorney's race as well. And then also just in terms of money being contributed, it's not for the politician races, it's really not a ton compared to past years.
Interesting. See, that's why we need the data that you got. I'm just going by mailers and the things that people are saying on social media. So thank you so much.